Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, back again with this Leeds United Master League, and we are into January now. It's the January transfer window. The first game of today's episode will be against Leicester City, which is a tough one. We did manage to get a 1-1 draw with Manchester United, and as you can see there in the halfway point of the season, we are on 27 points, so we're just a bit off Aston Villa and we're in the Europa League places. Now our squad is looking like this at the moment. We've got Llorente, Ayling and Junior Firpo at the back, Meslier in goal, who's grown to 81 now, Calvin Phillips up to 84, Dominguez, who was a ridiculously good signing, he's up to 81 now, Klitsch has decreased to 74, which is worrying for the midfield really. Lewis Bates is pretty much the only player we've got. Rafinha on the right hand side, Rodrigo in behind Bamford, Harris on the left, and obviously Bamford through the middle. So the side is looking good and the side is strong, but we are lacking a few first team players. We are looking squad depth, aren't we really? Barring maybe Romero, Kosh, Strout to extent. I mean, offensively we're lacking real depth. I mean, if anything happens to Rafinha, Rodrigo, Harrison or Bamford, injuries, suspensions, if a team comes in and says we want to buy them, we're struggling. We really are struggling. Now, our transfer budget was pretty low. It was at 16 million. Our wage budget was at around, I think, 30,000. It was at 30,000. Now, Marcelo Bielsa has made it clear to the club that we're in 7th position, but we could easily drop out of that if we don't improve our squad depth. We're actually overachieving for the squad we've got around us. So now Leeds United have upped our budget. Now this is for maybe summer as well, to 51.3 million and salary budget of 300,000. So the club have agreed to up our budget, which is a fantastic bit of thing to do for us really. It's necessary. It's necessary for us, I think, and everyone can agree on that. So we now need to look at transfers. And the goalkeeper situation is completely sorted. Now, obviously, Meslier, we're not looking to sell him at any point. We don't want to sell him, but if a big club like, you know, Manchester United, City, Chelsea, PSG, so on, they come in for Meslier, it's going to be hard to keep hold of him. So goalkeeper is something we don't need to look at for now. That's one for the future. One thing we do need to look at is striker. Patrick Bamford is not the man, is he? Patrick Bamford is not the man. And if he's not, we don't want to spend too much money. We'll buy a backup to him. If we want to spend a bit more money, we need someone who is going to be the man. To either battle with Bamford or be better than Bamford. We need backups in the attacking areas because we've got absolutely nothing. So we've got all these players to look at. We need a creative midfielder so badly. We need someone to replace Klitsch. And I'm thinking of doing that on the cheap. Leeds have been heavily linked with this man here, O'Brien. And from Huddersfield Town, only 23 years of age, 74 rated. 4 million release clause. And I think he would be the perfect option here. For 4.1 million. We'll get him another 3-year deal. He wants a release fee, does it? Definitely wants a release fee, which is low, which is fine. We'll give him around 15,000 per week. And we'll give him a big goal bonus. And he will replace Klitsch. And just be an added depth to the midfield. The actual, you know, midfield place where Dominguez plays and so on, we do want to improve on that probably next season, and there's plenty of players here to pick from to play in central midfield, but for right now we don't need to improve it drastically. I mean, my number one option is Renato Sanchez, but 35 million is something we may be looking at in the summer window. The same for Calvin Phillips. We do need a backup for Calvin Phillips. Now we've got, you know, 4 players here, but I don't think they do justice. The same goes for right back with Luke Ayling. We literally have Ayling and no one else can play there, but we can play a centre back there as well. And defensively, our issues don't lie. It's offensively, and striker is absolutely massive. Now, Gabriel Barbosa has a 25 million release fee, which is appealing to me. He's only 25 years of age as well. We've got Maximiliano Gomez, Teixeira, but these again, depending on where we finish in the league, depending if we can spend the big money, I believe. So we need someone who can just give that man who is Bamford a run for his money. Now, Edouard stands out to me as a signing. Ivan Toney stands out to me, but Brentford's still in the Premier League at the moment, so we don't want to nick any Brentford players, because another Brentford player is sticking out to me, and that is Mbermo for 12 million. This guy looks like a top signing, and there's a couple of players that I really do want to pick out. So the first sign I think is a striker, and I'm going to go for Benfica's Darwin Nunez. Now, I wonder if they'll let us take him on loan, and then an option to buy at the end of that loan for around 23 million. They can buy him back, weekly salary, player buyout of 2 million. Maybe they're not happy to do it like that. Maybe they do want us just to pay the 22 now for Darwin Nunez. But I think Darwin Nunez to Leeds seems like it makes a lot of sense. He's not impressed with our current offer. We are offering 48,000. I'll have to give him that sort of release fee. We don't want to put a selling option on either, but we're going to go for Darwin Nunez as our striker because the guy is very, very good. I mean, he's finishing heading. I want to give him a chance. He's young as well, 22 years of age. Plenty of growth. And then we want someone who's a backup attacker. And then finally, one attacking midfielder. So we're going to try and make 4 signings in this transfer window if we can. We don't want to spend too much money because we want to save the money for summer. So, I mean, there's a lot of expensive options here. Noah Lang has been heavily linked with Leeds. Unfortunately, he's actually on loan at Club Brugge, so we can't bring him in. But Ryan Kent has also been linked with Leeds. He's one that interests me massively. Kent, 25 years of age. Karamoko Dembele, only 18. He's interesting. Well, Callado. But I think, actually, this man, Saloy, seems like the option. We just need someone to play back up to Rafinha, can play on either side to Rafinha and Harrison. And Saloy at 5 million, 5.6 million, seems like a very good deal. He's happy to move to the club as well. So we can get him on a lower wage, a 5-year deal. And we'll go in for Saloy as well, the Hungarian who impressed in the Euros. Finally, a creative midfielder. That is what we need. Someone who can pass a football and can play centre midfield, can play attacking midfield. And it's hard to see here who we would go for. Someone who's got a good pass, and then Miranchuk clearly is a highly rated one, 16 million. I mean, this guy is very cheap as well. Angel Gomez, he's out on loan, but you know, maybe he'd be an option ex-Manchester United man. We don't want someone that's over 20 million. And I'm not quite sure who to move for in that creative midfield role. Todd Cantwell stands out to me as a very good option, but I don't think it's going to be him either. I'm not quite sure on that one. I think we stick with the moves we've gone for now and then decide at a later date, possibly, on those moves. And let's get into this game against Leicester City now. So, Leicester are a side up there challenging with us, and we're going to go with that strong side. Lewis Bates going to come out for Forshaw. Other than that, we'll stick with that side. See there, they've gone with Ricardo Pereira Castagna, very defensive, right-hand side. Brighton and Didi in there, and then Ayoze Perez and Vardy up top. Pata, Iheanacho, Patson Daka, of course, and Iheanacho on the bench. Ryan Bertrand not in there, James Justin. But what a strong side that is from Leicester City, and we're going to give it our best today. We need to be, I believe, you know, getting into that 7th position. Then we can make bigger signings if we do get European football. So here we are facing off against Leicester City. We managed, I think, to get a draw. Did we Leicester? Or did we beat Leicester, I think, earlier in the season? We faced them again here. They're a very, very good side. But definitely a side that we can beat. They've looked defensive down that right-hand side, but not so defensive on the left-hand side, meaning Rafinha can really have a go at the likes of James Justin. So Leeds United versus Leicester City, and it's live from Ellen Road. Still tight to them here. Harrison, good work from Jack Harrison. It's given away though by Rodrigo, and here's Jamie Vardy on the volley. Wonderful volley from Vardy. Mile over the bar. I mean, if you hit that one in the back of the net, we're talking about one of the goal of season contenders, really. They've had far more possession than us. We haven't strung many passes together yet. Pereira, good tackle, Firpo. Could we get a goal on the counter here before half time? Rodrigo, so slow to get going. Klitsch. Oh, into Bamford. Bamford! Oh, he's missed another one. Our biggest problem is finishing, and Patrick Bamford is not a finisher at all. Maybe even Darwin Nunez might not be the man. 0-0 at half-time, but Nunez has a lot of potential, isn't he, for the future? We'll just have to see how that transfer goes. Down the line they go. Cross comes in, Calvin Phillips away. Oh, shocking pass by Rodrigo. We've been terrible in this game. Ayoze Perez. Over top here to Harvey Barnes. He's not keeping that one. He is keeping that one in. It's in towards Vardy. Melier, great goalkeeping. Wilfred Ndidi's round me. I can't get away from him. I've won it back though. Harrison. Bamford. And it's a free kick, I think, for an earlier foul. On Jack Harrison. Got a bit lucky here. Klitschy stood over it. I don't think I'll let him have it. We've got Phillips who can take a free kick. Rafinha, Rodrigo. We'll let the right foot of Calvin Phillips try this one. Calvin Phillips steps up and Phillips lifts it over the wall, but wide of the post. That was a great chance. Was it Sumari that's on now? Well read by Ayling. Oh, indeed, he there as well. Him and Sumari together. What a ball to Vardy! Oh, Melier, what a save. What a save by our goalkeeper again. Not long in this game left. Oh, Dominguez. Oh, Dominguez. What a terrible, terrible ball. It's Daka. It's Daka. It's Sumare. What a save by Meslier again. Oh, my word. Meslier saves us so many times, isn't it? Dominguez gives it away in the midfield. You think that's it. They're going to score. We dive in to stop the Vardy pass. Pulled back to Sumare. Parried away by Meslier. I mean, it was right at him. But he still had to get his hands on it. He saved us again. There's Meslier. Cross comes in. Meslier punches. Glitch. Oh, advantage. James Justin swung it in. Glitch away. Referee does blow the whistle. 0-0 to start the episode. Not too exciting. But maybe when these signings come in, it'll be something different. Well, Darwin Nunez has rejected Leeds United. No interest there. We also went for Jarami from Copenhagen. He's also not interested. I've ended my interest in Saloy purely because I think I've seen two more interesting. But O'Brien will join the club. So we signed O'Brien from Huddersfield, which is very good to see. The scouts have brought back a player who is the perfect Luke Ayling replacement. And that is Tommy Sue. The Japanese Bologna 23-year-old can play centre-back and right-back, exactly what we want. He's good going forward. He's good defensively. We're going to go for him. And we can bring him in for around 10 million, which I think is wonderful. A 4-year deal. He's happy to move to the club. Give him a bit of a clean sheet bonus, but he would be a fantastic signing for us. Now, we've ended our interest in Saloy because I thought, you know what, I found a better player than Saloy. One that suits Leeds a little bit more. And that is this man right here when we find him. So this man, Dan James, is the man we're looking at. I want to bring in for a loan at the end of the season. Well, I can't because of the negotiations, but I think Dan James, who nearly signed for Leeds, he's a quick winger. He seems like the right option. We've got Arsenal next, which are going to play as well, so still no new players in there. And we're going to go with the same side against Arsenal. Why not? See there, they've got Willian on the left. Smith Rowe's now 84 rated. Saka also in there. Bellerin, Chambers, Gabriel. Sergio Alvarez in goal, which is an odd one. Leno again, not even picked. And Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey in midfield. It's a very, very good Arsenal side. Well, here we are at the Emirates to face Arsenal. A very strong Arsenal side, but an Arsenal side that we think we can probably beat. I think we can. No doubt they are a good side. But we're a very good side as well. Smith Rowe in there. Like we said at the start, he's going to be a danger man. 84 rated. Bukayo Saka as well. Granit Xhaka with a foot in. Rodrigo with a foot in as well. Aubameyang keeps it alive for Arsenal. In fact, Aubameyang really well played. Bukayo Saka. Bellerin pressing high. Smith Rowe, that's a poor one. Partey. Aubameyang, oh, lets it run fantastically away from Llorente. It's Aubameyang. Aubameyang finishes the chance for Arsenal. Arsenal's captain start to drop us further down the table. It's a really good goal from Aubameyang. Very smart play here. Uses his pace perfectly. Fired into him, lets it run away from Llorente. He's pressing high to try and win the ball back of Aubameyang. Ayling can't physically push him hard enough. Mellier's beaten. We're 1-0 down to the Arsenal. Here's Willian. Aubameyang. Oh, what a shocking challenge from Llorente. Aubameyang makes it 2-0. Llorente's had a shocker here at the Emirates. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has got his second of the game. And that is really disappointing how he started this game. Llorente again. That is a terrible challenge. And Aubameyang's through and Aubameyang scores. I'm really disappointed with Llorente here. Really, really disappointed. Here's Klitsch. Harrison. Back to Klitsch under pressure from Granit Xhaka. Luke Ayling. Rafinha. Ayling. Rodrigo Moreno with a fantastic volley, but it's over the bar. Rodrigo. Dominguez. Through to Harrison. Battle with Bellerin. Rafinha down. Oh, Rodrigo. Couldn't put it into the path of Bamford. Llorente. Oh, he's lost out to Aubameyang again, who's gone. Aubameyang! Hat-trick for the Gabonese striker. Arsenal's captain has been on absolute fire today. One of the best performances you'll see in the first half from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Ridiculously, ridiculously good. Everything that's gone in behind. Llorente again loses him. Firpo and Ayling are in no man's land. Llorente's done them. Mellier's out. Aubameyang's finishing it. 3-0. This has been probably one of our worst performances of the season. Europa League football won't be coming to Ellen Road. Especially how I'm worried how far we're going to drop down the table after this game. Aubameyang. Llorente with a silly challenge. It's going to be a red card, I think, for Llorente. It is a red card. Well, that sums up his performance, really. He hasn't been able to get anywhere near Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And now he's taken him out and been sent off. And we've got a job to do tactically, haven't we? Bamford's going to come off. Rodrigo's going to go up top. And Kosh is going to come on. In that back line, I can't believe how bad Llorente has been today. And he will miss the next few games. Luckily, Kosh is a wonderful replacement for him. He's been really good as well. Really poor from Diego Llorente today. Willian. Hits one off the bar by Willian. Arsenal have been virtually unplayable as Aubameyang's in there again. Very poor performance from us. Nice half-time. 3-0 down on 10 men. I think this game is pretty much over. Poor Meslier. Hardly his fault. How poorly the side have performed for him. We've got a game on our hands here to try and get back into this one. Here's Rodrigo. And he clips it into Dominguez, whose header is powered off the post. But that was a good start. And that would have been a great start to get one back at least. Ayling. Dominguez. Or Rafinha. Rafinha tries to get one across the box to Rodrigo. Sergio Alvarez with a hand on it. Who can unlock us with a long ball, really. One ball through to Aubameyang. Oh, a great way to Phillips, though, here. Phillips. Rodrigo! Off the crossbar from Rodrigo. That sums us up, really, doesn't it? Should be 3-2 now. Away from Partey. Into Klitsch. Pulls it across the box to Harrison, who hits the post on the way through. Now it is 3-1. Possibly there's a chance. Harrison nearly did miss that one, didn't he? Good finish in the end. Good football. Klitsch did well to put it across the box to Jack Harrison. But he did his best to attempt to miss that one, I feel. Rafinha here. Great pass into Klitsch. Perfectly weighted across the box here. Whew, it's off the post, isn't it, from Harrison? Very nearly wide. 3-1. Will Arsenal be worried here, or will he start to pick up the pace now? Don't have that quality off the bench, which is going to cost us in its second half of the season, with players tiring. Caution on Saka. Referee plays on Smith Rowe. Willian. Aubameyang! Oh, he's made it 4-1. Well, I wouldn't mind Aubameyang at Leeds. He's absolutely incredible. Everything he's touched has gone in the back of the net today. Smith Rowe this time. Into Willian. First time ball through to Aubameyang. Look at that outside the boot. So calm. So calm from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We've missed out on Darwin Núñez. We need a striker. Most definitely need a striker. Full time, a 4-1 defeat here at the Emirates. Arsenal have been fantastic. Mainly Aubameyang. Unplayable today. Llorente had one of his worst games I've ever seen him play. Was that down to Aubameyang being so good? Was that down to us playing so poorly? I'm not quite sure. 4-1 defeat. 4 goals for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What a performance from him. Well, that result does drop us down into 9th position on 28 points. Chelsea now up into 7th. And we're looking to finish in 7th, 6th place. We're a bit of a way off Aston Villa, so we need to be catching up in these next few games. We need to be picking up the points. And here is the new signing, O'Brien. He arrives at the club from Huddersfield for around 4.1 million. Very good midfield signing. And I'm sure he will do a lot of good business for us in that midfield, controlling the game. And he can, share the roles with Lewis Bates. Another young player, only 23 years of age. So now we will go in for Dan James on a 6-month loan. I'm not impressed with it. Well, 2.5 million. 3 million with an option to buy. And what about just 3 million? With Dan James on loan till the end of the season. And then we can decide what to do with the right wing position, depending, where we are in the league. If we're in the Europa League, then we can go for a more high quality player. If not, maybe we could bring Dan James back. It all depends on how we finish the end of this season. Well, Bologna are happy to accept 11 million for Thomas Hugh. and he wants 27.9 thousand per week. We'll accept that. That's a very good deal for us. A very, very good deal for a player to come in at centre-back. But striker's still something we need to look at, isn't it? We'll have a look at our listed players once again. We'll give him another go. 52,000 per week. Give him a nice bit of a goal bonus. Let's give Darwin Núñez another attempt of bringing in that striker with Dan James, and that will be all our business done then until the summer transfer window, when we'll see whether we're in the Europa League or not, and that makes a big difference. And here is another new signing, Tomasiu, pretty much the long-term replacement for Luke Ayling. He will develop so well, only 23 years of age, the Japanese centre-back, right-back, works well in a back three, and I couldn't think of a better Luke Ayling replacement than this man. Absolutely technically gifted, been fantastic for Bologna in Serie A, and he's a wonderful signing for Leeds United at 11 million. Well, Manchester United are happy for us to take Dan James on loan for 3.2 million. It's a steep loan fee, but for someone who's worth 16 million, a pacey winger, a backup winger, it allows us to save some money. That's a very good signing, and now we just wait on seeing if we can still attract a striker like Darwin Núñez. So our next game is against Burnley, which we will simulate because we want to get into these games against Chelsea and Leeds. The Chelsea one is massive to try and get up the table. We've just got to hope that we actually win against Leeds in this sim game. And we do win, a 1-0 win for us, Leeds against Burnley, which gives us 3 points. Big, big 3 points. Pushes up into 7th place. You see there, Chelsea clearly have either lost or drawn their game, dropped down. We're closer to Villa. A win against Chelsea is crucial now, isn't it? Absolutely crucial. And a welcome for a new signing here who has already been given a tour of the Leeds ground and stadium and training ground a few years ago when he signed for Leeds, but it fell through at the last. He joined Manchester United. He's now finally got that move to Leeds on loan till the end of the season. We can decide whether we want to bring him in a permanent deal, but he can play on the left or the right wing. It's Welsh winger Dan James. Well, some more amazingly good news on the transfer front. Darwin Núñez has agreed a deal to join the club this time. 52,000 per week, a bit of an increase in his current salary, 22.6 million. Welcome to the club, our new striker, the Uruguayan Darwin Núñez. And that leaves us just a bit of money left over going into the summer. And of course, we might get added to the budget once again. Leeds know that Bielsa is building an amazing side here. We want to get Europa League football. We want to play European football next season. We're desperate to play it here at Leeds United. And here is our other new signing. So he's finally arrived and he might be in the squad today for our big, crucial game against Chelsea. It is the Uruguayan Darwin Núñez. Chance to meet the press, sign the contract. What an incredible sign he is. Benfica sort of fell out of favour there with injuries. He's ready to really reach a top level here. Only a young striker. Well, going into this Chelsea game, I already feel a million times more confident in our squad now. So this is how I'm going to go with this crucial game against Chelsea. It's the usual suspects with O'Brien added in. He's going to play in that right centre midfield, head of Klitsch. But look at the defence and look at the improvement. A 78 rated player, a 77 rated player, and an impact sub really in Dan James with his pace. Playing either wing here, and Darwin Núñez as well. What a couple of signings we have made now. The side is ready to battle for that Europa League football. And you can see there, Bettinelli starts in goal for them. Very odd choice. Rudiger, Spilicueta, Thiago Silva, Christensen and Marcos Alonso at the back. Kante and Jorginho in the midfield too. Ziyech on the right, Pulisic to the left, and Romelu Lukaku through the middle. He's a big, big threat for us today. But hopefully we can have, Dan James coming off the bench, making an impact. Darwin Núñez also, maybe even Tomasiu. So we've really got a really improved squad now. So here we are at Stamford Bridge to face Thomas Tuchel's absolutely incredible Chelsea side. The likes of Lukaku up top, Thiago Silva, an experienced defender in defence, Jorginho, a World Cup winner in midfield. We are going to give them the best we can to try and beat them today because we know they are very close to captures in the league. And if they do get above us, that is going to be very, very bad for us trying to get into Europa League next season. We've got our new signs now. We've got to bed them in quickly. Only one makes their debut today. But what an improvement on this team we are making. It's out to O'Brien. It's a nice ball over the top here by O'Brien. It's overhit just. But that was a nice idea. O'Brien's got to start hitting those passes right if he is going to be a starter in this team next season, because we are looking at maybe another midfielder. Someone a bit more creative, maybe someone a bit more destructive as well. Phillips. Rodrigo. That's a foul, referee. Chelsea look to counter here. Lukaku. Up against Kosh here. He's running at Kosh. Well, he's done well. Still Lukaku. Pulisic puts it just wide the post. That's great work from Lukaku. We got lucky there. Very lucky. Was a foul earlier on in the build-up to that Chelsea. Rodrigo. Rafinha. Rodrigo! What a goal from the Spaniard, Rodrigo. Hammers it into the top corner. 38 minutes gone and we lead at Stamford Bridge, and it's a wonderful hit from Rodrigo. Wonderful hit. Here he is, Rodrigo. Into Rafinha. Rodrigo takes it back. Bang! Right foot. Past Bettinelli. Top corner. What a hit this is. Even better from this angle. He has been incredible this season. Look at the power he generates in that shot. It is wonderful on Rodrigo. 1-0 we lead Chelsea. Just can't stop it, but he's pressing high, he's working hard. Here's Marcus Alonso in behind, however. Chelsea got the other end now. Romelu Lukaku with a chance to finish that. He should score. £100 million man, really. Up top for Chelsea. Expect him to score that. Luckily for us, he's missed that. Got across the near post so well. Rafinha. Oh, it was sort of making its way towards Patrick Bamford. That is half-time. Chelsea 0. Leeds United 1. This is big. Very big in us getting Europa League football. Absolutely massive. A win here today. Calvin Phillips. Rodrigo. Oh, into Harrison. Oh, what a save from Bettinelli. What a save. And it's Piliqueta long and away. And behind for a throw-in. It's Firpo. It's a bad touch. Makes up for it though. Dominguez. Harrison! Oh, Jack Harrison with a great chance to make it 2-0. What a pass from Dominguez again. This little ball over the top here. Into Jack Harrison. Wide of the post. Well done. Really well played. Rafinha again. Dominguez. Oh, Rodrigo's in space. Oh, he's onside as well. Oh, it might fall to him. Rodrigo! Oh, that was the chance to make it 2. That was the chance to finish the game off here. Great chance, and he spooned it over the bar. Wasn't a half volley. Dan James is on for his debut. You know what? I think it's Darwin Nunez time as well. He's going to come on for his debut. The number 19. The Leeds fans cheer, sing, dance. They're ready to see this young man's debut. Here's Werner. Chelsea is still going backwards here. Kante. Again they go backwards, and that is full time. A 1-0 win over Chelsea. What a result that is. Look what it means to Robin Koch, who's had an absolute colossus performance at centre-back. That is massive for Leeds United and us going forward into European football next season. And that leaves us in 7th position, 34 points, still away from Aston Villa. And with one game left in the episode, could we possibly get up towards Aston Villa's level? You can see there our goal difference. We've scored 25, conceded 25. All level there, same as Everton, who've scored 41 and conceded 41. We're not very high scorers, but we're not very high conceders either. We're very sort of mid-table. You can see there, we don't score as enough goals as anyone else in the league up around where we are. That's our issue, goal scoring. Well, I don't believe it. A centre-back we're very interested in, Per Schurz, who is a very good ball-playing centre-back, has come up on the market for around 5 million. I feel like that's something we can't turn down. He's a centre-back we would have looked at next season anyway. Kosh has been fantastic. But what about, you know, Schurz, Kosh, and of course, Llorente? On deadline day, could we be set to make another signing? 5.3 million for Per Schurz. Let's do it. What a signing that is at centre-back. Kosh, Schurz and Llorente are 3 centre-backs. We've got Strauch as well, but he's probably maybe Calvin Phillips is back up. Can play as a defensive midfielder. We've then got, you know, Ayling and Tomisu on the other side. Firpo and maybe Strauch again on that other side as well. Can play that left-hand side. Strauch will play in multiple positions. It is just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Refuse all offers. We do not want to see Dominguez go anywhere. He has been so good in our midfield, hasn't he? And our next game, our final game of the episode, if you've seen there after the transfer window, as it just ends, is Manchester City, who beat us 1-0 through a Raheem Sterling goal. Let's see if we can change that today and get 3 points against second place, who are chasing Manchester United at the top. So this is side we go with against Manchester City, and now we can actually pick and choose players and say, you know, that guy isn't going to play, that guy is going to play, and that's really good. You know, Lewis Bates in upwards form, Calvin Phillips in downwards condition, but the thing is, who else do we start in that holding midfield? Maybe Strauch. Maybe Strauch. Do we give Strauch a go? Phillips off the bench, we can bring him on if we need him. Rodrigo will take the captaincy. So Tomasiu comes in for his debut today. Strauch is in the midfield. That's where we've just been talking about where he could play, and Dan James gets his first start of the season. You see their team: Edison in goal, Laporte and Ruben Dias at the back, Walker and Mendy the fullbacks, De Bruyne, Fernandinho, Gundogan in the midfield three, and it's Raheem Sterling, Ferran Torres and Gabriel Jesus, the front three. Look at that bench though: Stones, Cancelo, Rodri, Grealish, Delap and Riyad Mahrez. So can we end the episode with a win against the Premier League champions? Possibly not the champions at the end of this season, as they chase Manchester United at the top. It's going to be a very, very interesting game between us. Bielsa versus Guardiola. And a couple of Davies in our side as well today. Here we go. Manchester City versus Leeds United. It's live from Ellen Road. Picking the ball up. We know City want to play narrow in the midfield. That's how they do it. Ferran Torres, Gabriel Jesus. Raheem Sterling with a strike early on. And he should score, the England midfielder. He should score there, shouldn't he, Raheem Sterling? He'll be disappointed with that one. Dominguez. Oh, Bamford's there. Edison. Oh, he's got so lucky there, Edison. So lucky. O'Brien. Great block by Ilkay Gundogan. Tomasiu. What a ball. Bamford's in there and Kyle Walker nods it behind. But what a ball from Tomasiu. The centre-back slash, you know, full-back. The exact sort of player we want in that position. Oh, well done, James. All the way back to Meslier, who's lost it, and Raheem Sterling's put it in the back of the net. Oh my God, what a terrible ball. It's Sterling again. What a terrible ball from Dan James to whoever it was. I don't know if he was going to Meslier or... Well, he's helping Manchester City and not Manchester United here. What a shocking pass that is from Dan James. I'm actually going to swap sides for James. He's going to go to the right. Rafinha to the left. I want James up against Mendy with his pace. Nodded on by Ferran. Only as far as Junior Firpo. Oh, shocking ball by him as well out from the back. Ferran's gone wide to De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a great cross into Gabriel Jesus with a wonderful header. What a cross from Kevin De Bruyne. We're 2-0 down. I feel these are by far the best side we've ever played. Wonderful finish from Jesus. Header from the Brazilian. Manchester City score. What a cross from Kevin De Bruyne, but it's Junior Firpo this time. We've gifted them 2 chances really, and they've taken it. That's a great header. What a header from Jesus. So disappointing. We're going to have to go attacking now. Thought we could end the game, this episode anyway, with an upset. Strauch. Good pass. Oh, Rodrigo. Why have you give up, man? Why have you give up? That's half time. 2-0 down to a very good Manchester City side. You know, we are playing against a side that could be champions this season. The disappointing thing is we've given the chances. Gosh. Swing in. Nunez is in there. O'Brien back out to Dominguez. Firpo. Lifts one in. Ooh, Darwin Nunez is there and Ruben Dias knocks it away. Rafinha. Oh, across to Rodrigo. Ferran Torres away. Pure pace, Dan James. It's going. Dominguez. Oh, it might fall to one of our players. Mendy nearly puts in his own net. Wonderful save from Edison to stop that from happening. Gosh. O'Brien. O'Brien on a volley. Into the hands of Edison. Firpo. Oh my word. He was at fault for the second goal as well, Junior Firpo. And he's possibly going to give him a third. Tomasiu. Oh, stealing away from him. Good save from Meslier. That was a shocker from Junior Firpo. James. Lewis Bates. Rodrigo. Nunez. Into Rodrigo. Interception by Kyle Walker. And we end this episode with a 2-0 defeat to Manchester City. They were just way too good for us, and we just couldn't get anywhere near them today. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you're not subscribed. I hope you enjoy and like these new signings and enjoying the series as well in this Master League. We'll see you guys next time.